fellow truckers.
I have a radio prank gone bad story. It's not really gone bad, but people are suspended, and there's a hole involved. You could tell this show is just one that we were absolutely just talking about.
Right.
This one I got off of Fark.com, our friends over at Fark. Radio 1, Louisville today, announced that WXMA morning team Lambert and Lindsey, consisting of George Lindsey and Linda Lambert and Aaron Miller, were suspended indefinitely without pay for a radio prank gone sour. Linda Lambert, I guess, is the hole in that one. George Lindsey, is that George Lindsey of the old Andy Griffith show? Was his name George Lindsey? He was the guy that played. You don't remember?
Holy shit!
I'm just trying to figure out if it's him.
And know what's funny about that? Jimmy and I looked at each other like the fake.
Like it might come to me.
Like yeah, I think.
Wasn't he like Goober's brother or something?
Dude, I don't even know Barney Fife's real name.
Who is George?
George Lindsey was he played a character. Who was it on Andy Griffith on Mayberry? Yeah. Oh.
Kevin might know. Kevin's good at this stuff.
Yeah.
It's before my time, man.
Well, it's before my time, too, but there are things called reruns. There's something called Nick at Night and TV Land.
There's also something called you don't have to remember everything.
Yeah. I know.
There's something called just sit back and enjoy the show.
Television is just one of those
There's something
things.
called just knowing the main characters.
No, it's the names.
Oh, my God. You're like Rain Man with this stuff.
I got to kind of know some of the names.
Anyway.
Yeah, I don't know if it is him or not, but prank on sour. The three radio personalities performed a bit on the morning of Thursday, October 13th, detailing the search for a kitten named Skittles that had supposedly been lost in a basket tied to helium balloons. The morning team began the prank with a science fair experiment involving a GPS cell phone that was to be lifted into the air and tracked via computer. The kitten, they claim, jumped into the basket with the GPS phone and lifted off into the skies of eastern Louisville. None of this actually happened. There was no experiment. There was no lost kitten. But upset listeners jammed the phone lines at Radio 1, resulting in the suspension. Most felt that the humor about a kitten in peril was not funny. Many were late for work as they drove around the eastern part of the county searching for the kitten.
Oh, my God.
A decision about the morning team's return to the airwaves will be made by station management. Boy, if they can't get away with that, imagine the restrictions they have on them.
What company is it that runs them?
Radio 1, Louisville.
Radio 1's, yeah.
WXMA. Lambert and Lindsey in the morning.
They should be suspended for just doing hacky radio.
Yeah.
That's one of the oldest radio bits going.
We got a kitten seems to be loose here in a basket with helium balloons.
Let's go inside this bit a little bit, okay?
Okay.
This is where I love to show my knowledge of the business.
Let's dissect it.
This morning show did not have the balls to put the kitten in to begin with.
What? Wait, are you saying they should have actually... Where's the hole?
No,
she's got to tell you no.
Yeah, no, I'll say no. Opie.
It's a kitten.
Think about it, though. There's a meeting going on. We got an idea. This idea is going to get people talking in our radio market.
Yep.
Well, what's the idea? Well, we're gonna set a little basket loose with the GPS or whatever.
GPS phone.
Phone and helium balloons, and we're gonna track it. It's gonna be fun. People are gonna be, tracking it on the internet. Boring.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the deal. We're gonna say that a kitten jumped in at the last second.
Right.
But they should have just went on the air and said we're gonna, put a kitten in a basket and float it around, and then we'll track the kitten on the internet. That would get people, talking. But they couldn't even commit to the bit to actually have the kitten to begin with. They had to make it sound like it jumped in at the last second.
It would be fun.
To take away the responsibility from the morning show.
Wow, I didn't even realize that part of it. You're right.
Of course. That's what I hate about these fucking morning shows. They do this fake edgy shit, but they don't want to actually take the chance.
Accidentally.
Anthony and I and Jimmy, because Jimmy's been with us a long time now too, we have taken ridiculous chances on this show. We've been smacked in the face. We've been smacked in the face hard. We've been fired twice, but it's gotten us places.
We've been in jail.
We've been in jail a few times. Well, not me.
By we mean
Jimmy. That's right. But we've taken crazy chances because we're actually doing these bits. These people want to be edgy and stuff, but they don't want to commit and have any type of consequence.
It would be fun to say that you're putting the GPS phone and a kitten in and the kitten is like the monkey astronauts of old.
Right. But you're not saying that
the kitten.
Yeah, but how you would do this bit if you want to do this in one of these dumb markets. You play naive like you're not trying to hurt the kitten. You're just doing an experiment, but you want to do it with the kitten like they did with the monkey. Sure.
Yeah.
But you claim that you're not trying to hurt the kitten.
Yeah.
But then the listeners are like, no, holy crap, the kitten is in danger.
It puts more importance on tracking that cell phone when you think there's a kitten in it.
Right. You keep just saying about we just want to track the kitten. We want to follow it on the internet. You don't go on the air like a sick fuck and go, hey, and hopefully the kitten will jump out when it's 200 feet above the city.
How did they do it? I would love to hear, and there it goes. Oh, no, a kitten's jumped in the basket. It was probably bad acting.
Yeah.
I think a kitten's in the basket.
Hey, I think they better grab that balloon.
You better get that kitten.
Exactly.
Put the fucking kitten in the basket.
Put the fucking kitten in the basket. So they got the whole town talking, but it's hack radio.
Who's driving around looking for it?
Ugh.
What a bunch of nerds.
Oh, wouldn't it be great if they were just driving, two people driving in opposite directions, toward each other, looking up out of their windshield, trying to find it, and just smashed into each other right through the windshield?
It was fat women in minivans. This is a new term we started a couple days ago. It's called Fat Housewife Radio.
And I was on the road looking for the kitten. I find nothing funny about what you've done. I think they should be fired. I spent time, I missed work looking for that kitten.
You know how many of those phone calls came in?
Fat Housewife Radio. That's the new term for this dumb radio.
Well, it's not George Lindsey from Mayberry.
First of all, you got to see this fucking horrendous. It's Bob Kelly twice and Tim Curry from Rocky Horror Show.
That is a tranny if I've ever seen one.
It's Frankenfurter.
Oh, my God. Here's their bio. This is why we can't be bothered with anyone else in regular radio. Just when you thought it was safe to turn on the radio. Just when you thought it was safe to turn on the radio. Yeah, because they're just like the Opie and Anthony program with abortion jokes and stuff.
Lost our cat. Well, how about that?
Very good. Let me read this bio. For the Lambert Lindsey show? Oh, they're on a station called The Max, so they have to be tough.
Wow, The Max!
The maximum mix from the 90s and today.
Ugh. Is it safe to turn the radio on?
It's like that Doppler thing.
Yeah.
It's still a fucking radar.
Maximum mix. Is 102.3 around the country just like the worst station in every market?
WBAB was cool. I don't know what they're doing now, but...
Wait, did you get this off their site?
Yeah.
Because, again, look at this. There's something very subtle at the end of every sentence, which is just horrendous writing once again.
What, the
the
exclamation point?
At the exclamation
all right,
point.
Jim loves...
At the end of every sentence.
Jim loves reading things with exclamation points. So, Jim, why don't you read the bio for Lambert and Lindsey?
Just when you thought it was safe to turn on the radio. Now, there's 3 dots. So, just when you thought it was safe to turn on the radio... It's the Lambert and Lindsey Morning Show! Start your morning smart! Why is there an exclamation point after start your morning smart?
Should there be an exclamation point?
It's start your morning smart, but this is start your morning start! Smart! I got excited. That's what happens.
Exclamation point.
Yeah, let's start smart. All right, tune in weekdays with Louisville's fastest-growing morning team. They're the fastest-growing morning team.
Just yell off, Mike, a little, because...
I'm sorry, I'm right in there. I'm probably feeding back. I get excited. I can't help it. This is how it is in my head.
Exclamation points.
I'm just trying to help the listeners, because we get a lot of email that we kill them when we start screaming right directly into the mic.
Well, I'll do it. I'll read it better.
All right.
Join Linda Lambert, George Lindsey, and Aaron Miller for a great time starting at 5:30 a.m. every weekday. You'll cruise through the morning with big laughs, great music, and all the news, weather, and traffic you need. Weather and traffic every 10 minutes! No station has more weather and traffic in the mornings. No station.
That's because of the exclamation point, of course.
Of course.
Go ahead, Jimmy.
All right. If you're tired of boring music and boring DJs, you're sick of the same parody songs over and over, and you want to have fun in the mornings with live and local morning show, then there's really nowhere else to go but the Lambert and Lindsey Morning Show on 102.3 The Max.
You really have to scream that because that's 4 exclamation points. You didn't read it right.
Wow, look at that at the end. They put 4.
There's really nowhere else to go but the Lambert and Lindsey Morning Show on 102.3 The Max. Nowhere else to go.
That is exciting.
Don't you do it! Don't! I got nowhere else to go! I got nowhere else to go! Oh, how atrocious is that bio?
All right, listen, there's Eric in Colorado. Eric, what's up?
Hey, guys.
Hey, Hawking, man.
Hey, there's like 3 or 4 stations out here in Colorado who's done that same bit in the last year, and the one even got their traffic reporter in a helicopter involved in it. And fucking nothing happened to them. This sounds to me like this radio station's just way overblowing things.
Yeah, no, they're suspending the host. It'll get a little press, and then it helps the ratings. That's all. That's all this is. But it's hacky radio. They're not really taking any chances. It's a bit that's been done by many other morning shows across America. So it's not even original. Tell them, Fred.
Yeah, the one station out here that did it, they didn't tell people that it was, an old bit until like 2 days later.
Right.
The old kitten gag.
They went on like it was a real thing all day.
We're getting phone calls from all over America saying local shows have done this in their market.
Yeah.
So,
do you think they're just on vacation, like the fake suspension?
Oh, the fake suspension is great in regular radio.
Yeah, when the jocks take vacation, they do something beforehand to make it look like they were suspended, because that's edgy, and you want to listen to the suspended jock. Wow, he got suspended. He's got to be good. I'm listening.
We got suspended so many times in Boston. It wasn't...
and we had to listen to people going, oh, yeah, you really got suspended. It's like, no, really. If this was a fake suspension, why wouldn't I be on vacation?
Right.
Why would I be in this office getting yelled at for 3 straight days?
Right. Let's go to Mike in Kentucky.
Wait, guys, it's time to confess that there was just a lot of vacation time built up at infinity, and there was 26 months coming.
All right, that one. We did have 2 years of vacation time.
Mike in Kentucky, what's up?
What's up, guys? Hey, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
You're sitting here saying that they weren't edgy enough, and I'll give it to you. That's stupid, what they did. That's just hacky.
Right.
But if they're not big names like you guys were in Boston and like you were in New York, then if they get fired, I mean, what do they have to rely on? Because nobody knows. I live like 20 minutes away from Louisville, and I don't even know who the fuck they are.
Then be the pussies you are and stop making believe you're doing edgy radio. Shut your trap and play the stupid 7 songs in a row. And do your dumb traffic and weather and talk about your boring lives at home, and that's it. Don't make believe you're something you're not. Anthony and I were working in Worcester, Massachusetts when we blew up our careers and got fired for the mayor's prank. We weren't that big. We were starting to get big in the area, of course, but we weren't big in radio in general. But we took chances. It was the way we played it.
Yeah, see, that makes sense.
There's a lot of guys out there that are doing this fake, we're taking chances bullshit.
And you know what, dude, you got to be, and this is before I came on when they did this, but the fact is, if you got to be funny, too. You got to be good at what you do. And if you suck at what you do and you're just trying to play like you're edgy, no one cares about it.
Right. If you have real talent and you get in these situations and you get fired, radio was set up. I don't really know what's going on in regular radio these days. I know it really sucks, and I feel bad for a lot of guys out there. But it used to be if you had talent, you got fired, you got picked up immediately because you were talented. So we got a statement from the station manager of this radio station.
Yeah, but now I want to know, was this taken from their website? Where did this come from?
Someone ran it in. I don't know.
Because there's a picture on the statement of a kitten in a little basket with a balloon over it.
Yeah.
This is
that's
from
the website.
The website.
Yeah.
See, now this leads me to believe the whole thing, even the suspension, is fake.
Of course.
Because if the station manager, was apologizing in a statement, you would not put a little picture of a cute little, and it is adorable,
look his little paws,
kitten
Ant.
in a basket floating away.
Look at his paws, Ant. They're hanging out of the basket.
Because that's making light of the whole thing.
Right.
With a picture.
All right, you want to read the statement, Anthony?
The following is a statement issued by Radio 1 Vice President General Manager Dale Schaefer.
Wait, I'm sorry. You forgot to read the top line.
Important news from WXMA station manager.
That's not read correctly.
No, that's not read.
Important news.
Hold on, let Jimmy read it like it's supposed to be read.
Jimmy, if you would read the
I'm sorry,
headline.
Ant bungled the headline.
Well, Jimmy is the expert on exclamation points. That's what we're getting at
this
here.
is
Go ahead, Jimmy.
Important news from the WXMA station manager.
Right.
There you go. Thank God there's no more exclamation points in this.
Yeah, I just had to screen the whole thing. The following is a statement issued by Radio 1 Vice President General Manager Dale Schaefer. This is Dale Schaefer, Vice President and General Manager for Radio 1 Louisville. I'd like to take a moment to address what happened Thursday morning on the Lambert and Lindsey show. During the show, George, Linda, and Aaron led everyone to believe that a cat named Skittles... Little Skittles had mistakenly been launched into the skies above Louisville during a poorly planned science project. I feel it is my responsibility to let our loyal listeners know that this whole escapade was a hoax. There was never a cat helplessly afloat above the city. As a faithful cat owner of more than 20 years, I would like to apologize on behalf of Radio 1, the Max, and Lambert and Lindsey. As a result of this stunt, the Lambert and Lindsey show is suspended from the airwaves without pay indefinitely. Oh, it's a piece of hair. Shit. Sorry. Suspended without pay indefinitely. Radio 1 supports the humane treatment of animals and will not tolerate even the hint of irresponsible behavior where animals are concerned. There wasn't even a hint. It was fake. We here at Radio 1 now hope to move on from this unfortunate incident. We hope you will continue to listen to the Max, and thank you for your faithful support.
They're on vacation.
And then there's a picture of the cat.
They're on vacation.
They're so on vacation.
They'll
this
be
is
back in a week,
fake,
fellas.
bad radio gag. Hey, we'll suspend you.
I bet they're a funny show, though, man. I bet there's a lot of laughs
Sing
on
the
that
monkey
show.
song, Claire.
Hey, Claire. When I say monkey song, you monkey song.
I'm no kin to a kitten, na-na-na.
No.
Kitten's no kin to me, yeah.
Ugh, that just that's just the oldest gag in the book.
Yep.
They're pulling down there in Louisville. All right. Oh yeah, you want to get into this Bush thing, scripting what, his speech with the troops?
Oh wow, yeah, that is.
It's a big story, actually.
That's a little much.
What happened?
Oh wait, we got more WXMA promotions.
Oh, nice.
You want to read the headline, Jimmy? Because there's
All
exclamation
right,
points.
Jimmy.
No, my throat hurts. All right.
There's four of them, by the way.
Wow.
WXMA promotions.
Tuesday. It's Tuesday.
Tuesday?
Like how you would say Tuesday, only it's shoes.
Let me do it as a radio announcer. Starting next week, 102.3 The Max is overhauling the calendar. We're taking Tuesday and Thursday off the calendar and replacing them with Shoes Day and Purse Day.
Oh my God! Stop it.
Wow.
So Thursday is Purse Day,
And
and Tuesday is Shoes Day.
it continues. So your new weekly calendar would be Monday, Shoes Day, Wednesday, Purse Day, and Friday. Next week, you'll win $100 in free shoes all day on Tuesdays, but Tuesdays is Shoes Days.
Yeah.
So why would they say $100 in free shoes all day
All
on
day.
Tuesdays?
They should say on Shoes
Because
Day.
they already said Tuesdays are now Shoes Days. All right. Next week, you'll win $100 in free shoes all day on Tuesdays and $100 purses all day Thursdays, Shoes Days, and Purse Day. From 102.3, The Max!
Oh, wow. Is that the most horrid
Dude, if I was still in
promotion?
regular radio and I had to do this promotion, I would shoot myself live on the air. That's what I would do.
Well, they forgot the next promotion to honor her. It's going to be Shoes Day and Thursday, but it's also going to be Cunt Day. That's the first day. Cunt Day, Shoes Day, Wednesday, Thursday.
And then what's the other WXMA promotion they're doing?
Jimmy, what is that headline?
It looks like a haunted house contest.
That's right, Jimmy. Is your house haunted? 102.3 The Max and the Louisville Ghost Hunters Association are going to go to the most haunted house in Kentuckiana.
Kentuckiana.
Write us a paragraph and tell us about your house, and we'll pick one house to win a free paranormal investigation from Louisville Ghost Hunters. Holy shit.
Hello? Hello? Is this thing on? Hello?
That's a bad promotion.
Tuesday, and do you think the listeners call up?
Happy Shoes Day. Happy Shoes Day to you.
Well, happy Shoes Day to you, sir.
Ugh. Oh, my God. And we wonder why we don't get any respect by doing radio.
Well, it is Purse Day. Kind of sounds like Thursday.
Shut up, Jimmy. And then we got the stupid morning team still in the bed down there in Jersey. We're looking at their webcams.
How long are they going to be down there?
They were supposed to raise $50,000. This promotion started, 3-4 days ago?
Yeah, come on.
How great would it be if they started getting bed sores?
Got to roll them over.
Yeah, we've all had an older relative with some sort of cancer or something.
Incontinent.
Oh my God! Look at the glamour photo of Linda Lambert.
Oh,
holy crap!
Oh my God!
Oh my! She cut her hair with a Flowbee. Look at the front of this thing.
Wow.
George Lindsey.
That is some man.
George Lindsey, co-host of the Lambert and Lindsey Morning Show, is born and bred Kentucky guy. No, I said bred, not inbred. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's not one of my dumb jokes. It's in his bio.
He's incorrigible.
Born in Louisville, raised in Dog Creek, Kentucky, George is one of 10 kids in the Lindsey family. When asked what they think of their brother's broadcasting career, 2 of his sisters replied, I don't see why he up and left for the big city. We got radio in these parts.
I get it.
See, they was born in Dog Creek, Kentucky.
That's pretty
Dog
funny.
Creek, Kentucky, 10 kids. What a stereotype this guy is.
I'm fixing to whoop him next time he comes home, his brother Jordan said. And with that huge head of his, it's hard not to land a punch.
We were really mad when he left for New York City to produce the Opie and Anthony show.
Speaking of heads, George is often referred to as the big giant head by his coworkers. This is a clear reference to the mammoth cranium that rests upon his pencil-thin neck.
Can I interject with a question?
Mm-hmm.
Why would anyone need to explain why they're called the big giant head? There can be only one explanation.
A clear reference to the mammoth cranium.
Jesus Christ.
They call him the huge cock. Well, that seems to be a reference to his gargantuan penis.
They call him the huge head because he has Down syndrome.
The smartest member of the crew.
All right, well, we got some quotes from George Lindsey himself. The radio bug caught me early, says Lindsey, who was never asked why he started in radio in Grayson County where he was 14, but he feels like he should tell us anyway. I was writing sports for the local paper at 14, and I got the chance to go on the radio, and I have been with it ever since.
What a guy.
A graduate of Western Kentucky University, George has also worked in radio across the country, from Seattle, Washington to Bowling Green, Kentucky. Louisville is home now, he said to no one in particular one afternoon. It would be next to impossible for me to leave. No, really, you can go. That's the next line.
That's pretty funny.
I think one of the reasons for the success I've had, he continued, and am having at 102.3 The Max, is that people know I'm not some guy who is just passing through.
He's going to be there. He's a fixture. People like stability.
He sure is successful, too.
George's hobbies include golf, rebuilding an old jukebox, which he's been working on for about 6 years now, and no one actually thinks he's still working on it, but he still lists it as one of his hobbies.
Oh, he's too much.
Just George, this guy, I mean, how do you hang with this guy without laughing? Just George again.
Big head.
You know, George.
And he also coaches junior pro basketball and soccer.
Uh-oh. Never a good sign when adults work with children. the old soccer coach.
He's known around the field as Uncle Double Knuckles.
All right, then we got the bio for the whole. Her name is Linda Lambert.
She's also big giant head down there.
Linda Lambert.
They yell, my poopy hurts.
Oh, my God. Linda Lambert.
Yep.
The whole on this fine radio show
She's
down there in
whole.
Louisville. Linda Lambert began her ascent to fame in 1979 when she was awarded the Miss Congeniality title at the Miss Oldham County pageant.
Wow.
Jesus. And her star has been rising ever since.
Oldham County pageant.
Oldham County pageant. And her star has been rising ever since. It's got to be at least 3 feet off the ground by now.
Her star really is. It's rising like the Titanic. 79 is 26 years ago.
And it's the first credit.
And she is, from there, fucking wound up in Louisville, Kentucky, doing a morning show in one market.
We have better credits that we've forgotten about 10 years ago that we don't even use anymore.
Mabel King's legs are rising faster than her star. Had to get that in.
All right, here we go. A native of Oldham County.
Sorry to interrupt, Dope. Robert Reed's T-cell count is rising.
A native of Oldham County, Linda graduated from Oldham County High School, where she was heavily involved with the marching band. She can tell more band camp stories than that girl from American Pie.
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
Oh, no.
See, this is this fake edginess. She did nothing.
She's got some bandstand stories.
At band camp. Her education continued at the University of Kentucky, where she received her degree in telecommunications. She continues to bleed blue.
Huh?
Originally bound for a television career, Linda worked as a reporter in Lexington, Kentucky, and Bristol, Virginia, before landing a job back in Louisville at WHAS Radio. But soon the West Coast beckoned, and Linda landed in Los Angeles, California, and began a long run, nearly 10 years, with CBS Radio, both as a morning co-host for KCBS FM radio and as a national entertainment reporter for CBS Networks.
Sounds to me like her star has been doing a lateral.
Her star's been doing a swan dive.
It really has been flopping around.
Now back in Louisville, Linda lives with her husband, Thurston. No, it's not his real name.
That's a funny name she made up.
And
Thurston.
And their daughters, Shelby and Barbara.
Mm-hmm.
In her spare time, Linda enjoys playing piano for her church's choir. Plus, she's a member of the Louisville Phillies Club. Make your own joke there. She also spends time gardening, cooking, and shopping for shoes. But my favorite hobby is smacking George and Aaron, she says.
Oh, that's what they do.
Oh, she's funny.
Frankenstein. Big feet. Shopping for shoes at the canoe store.
My favorite hobby is hanging out and singing Putting on the Ritz. You fucking ogre. Holy shit. My favorite hobby is calling people Big Dick Daddy. Stinks.
It really does. Well, good luck to that team. They're suspended for their little kid.
Where's the other guys?
I don't know.
Both guys look like Bob Kelly. Just two bald idiots with goatees.
Yeah, they shave their head and gone with the shaved head goatee look.
All right. Oh, Laszlo's in studio in a little while. We have ads.
Ooh.
It's going to be hard going back and forth like this because... Oh, okay. Hello, sir.
Hello.
Who do we have on the phone?
This is Dale Schaefer.
Dale Schaefer. You are the VP over there?
Yeah, I'm the Vice President and General Manager.
Right. Now, tell me a little bit about what happened.
Well, we have a morning show team made up of 3 people here. It's the Lambert and Lindsey show, and then they have a sidekick named Aaron Miller.
Mm-hmm.
And yesterday morning they decided to do a little prank just to have some fun with the listeners. But the whole storyline, the premise is that Aaron Miller was helping a nephew with a science project where they were putting a cell phone that had GPS programming on it, and they were going to put this cell phone up in the air.
Oh, good gosh!
With helium balloons,
yeah,
and then track it via the internet.
And the GPS, right.
So anyhow, just as they let go of the basket that had the...
excuse me, sir, did you approve this?
No, I was not aware of it at all.
Ah, yeah, because a lot of people are wondering if management approved this.
No, not at all. That's what made this thing kind of crazy overall.
Yeah,
Wouldn't that be your job to approve these stunts before your morning show goes out and does this?
Normally that is the case when anytime we're going to do anything that you know is a little bit edgy or whatever. They usually run it past me. What's really odd about this is this morning show team that we're talking about. You know, they're on a hot AC station that typically, you know, they don't do anything what I'd call edgy. They do some things that are a little crazy.
They're not what you would call shock jocks.
They're not shock.
Oh, okay.
Shock jocks at all.
I have a question for you, sir. I've never heard the show, but a friend of mine is from that part of the country and is actually familiar with the show. Now, do you feel that radio like this, I mean, with the way the climate has been changing and it's been getting so dangerous for kids and people are trying to enjoy the radio and they're being assaulted with filth and really tasteless material, do you feel that the whole platform has to be structured a certain way, or is that just going to be kind of like, you know, from there?
Yeah.
You know, I'm a strong believer in that we're in the entertainment business, and so we have to be able to do things that, you know, are off the beaten path at times.
Right.
But I think that in this situation, because it went a little further than even they expected to go.
What were some of the repercussions that happened?
Well, we received literally hundreds. We lost track. I mean, we had over 300 emails in about an hour and a half.
Right.
Yeah. And then, you know, I don't know the exact number, but a lot of phone calls, probably in the neighborhood of 100 to 150 phone calls over a similar period of time. All of them were pretty angry. Some people who, number one, realized it was all a prank, you know, and eventually we went on the air and said, hey, it was all a joke. Hey, there is not a kitten floating over Louisville, Kentucky that's in harm's way here. And so there were a lot of people who were just upset that we kind of, you know, attempted to fool them. And then there were some people who felt like, who never really got it, that it was a joke, and were still calling us late last evening saying, you know, where's the kitten? Did we ever save the kitten? You know?
Still, people still think there's a kitten up there.
We had some callers, very angry people, that just don't think it's funny to poke fun at the type of thing with cruelty to animals.
Yes, and I guess that's why they were suspended.
And I'm still very surprised that you had no idea about this bit before they did it, sir.
You know, honestly,
are you taking any responsibility as far as being the boss of this morning show?
Well, I'm absolutely, it's, you know, my responsibility to make sure that we're doing what we're supposed to be doing. But I did not know anything about this particular.
And where did the bit come from?
Honestly, I don't know. They you know, had tried to mastermind an idea, I guess, to have some fun. I mean, these guys. Like
Do you think it's an original idea that they just came up with?
I'm not sure how original. It's probably been used somewhere, someplace else at some other time. I don't know, but I mean, quite honestly, I haven't done any research on whether it's an original idea or not. You know, when I asked them, how did you guys come up with this, they just said that they, you know, thought it would be funny. They, you know, that they were just looking for some way to have a little bit of fun with the.
Are you outraged, sir?
I'm not outraged.
Are the sponsors outraged?
You know, we've had very little repercussion from advertisers themselves.
Oh, that's good.
But what we have had is a pretty strong outrage from a lot of our listeners.
Yeah.
And then, you know, after I suspended them and we went on the air and let people know that we had taken action, then the phone calls went the other way. I got bombarded with people going, "Hey, how can you suspend these? They were just having fun." Blah blah blah. So that's what I'm quite honestly dealing with this morning. Is I'm just because they are off the air this morning.
You're getting a lot of phone calls about.
I'm getting a lot of phone calls.
A lot of media inquiries.
We have had quite a bit of media inquiries and
inquiries.
Actually,
I say inquiries.
And this kind of blows my mind. But a lot of our listeners were calling TV stations and telling them, you know, the news department's telling them that there's this kitten floating around.
Right.
Yesterday we started all these calls.
Let me tell you. Let's open up our phone line. Actually, Steve from Yellowstone is here and wants to ask you a couple of questions, sir.
Sure. Steve, you're on with Dale Schaefer.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Mr. Schaefer?
Yes.
Yeah, I understand. Like, I know that there's been a lot of things kind of happening, and I was driving, and I just don't think that it's appropriate to make fun of that kind of stuff. But I don't want to seem like a stick in the mud. But why would they make fun of the animals being injured like that? When I was in my hybrid, I heard that the stunt got very out of hand.
Well, first off, in the whole bit, the whole joke.
Kitten rape is funny. Ramon! Lindsey looks like a tranny. Or Lambert, whichever one of them is the hole. Ramon! Bring me a chick with a dick. Ramon! Bring me an exclamation point. Ramon! Lindsey and Lambert have AIDS.
Dale?
Yes.
Comment?
I don't think there's any comment that could be made for that.
Yeah, that's obviously a prank call. I'm sorry about that, sir.
That's all right.
Thank you, Steve. Steve from Yellowstone. We have the official announcement that you have on your website.
Yes.
And we're very disturbed because as part of the announcement, you got an actual little kitten in a basket. Seems like
it makes light of the whole thing. You're
light of the whole hoax.
Well, that was the picture that they were using as a part of the whole joke when it was all going on, that they were saying we've got a picture of the kitten on the website.
Uh-huh.
And so we chose to leave that up there and explain with the comment that I made that indeed it was a joke.
Yeah.
It sounds I don't know. It sounds like this bit has been done in many markets across America.
And it may have been. As I said, I did not look into it. It's just that it happened here in Louisville. We've addressed it here, appropriately as we feel like to try to put this thing to bed.
Who's filling in now for George, Linda, and Aaron?
Well, this morning we're just playing music and doing our normal features and everything, and it's all being done by board op.
What are some of the normal features? You do a shoes day or something like that?
Yeah, there's a
and
large
purse
number,
day.
Entertainment type features and things like that. I don't think there's any need to get into all this.
Yeah, okay. No, we're just trying to figure out what kind of show.
What kind of station or show.
Trying to figure out if it is a shock jock type of show.
No,
when are the hosts?
Shock jock show.
Okay.
It's like what I would call a family friendly full service morning show.
Well, that's good.
All right, and when will the morning team be returning?
Well, at this point, we've got a meeting set with them a little bit later this morning, and to talk with them, and we'll go from there.
All right. I'm assuming maybe a week?
Probably.
Probably a week?
Yes.
All right. Let's say hi to Danny, and what's W Town?
Hello?
Danny?
Yeah, why is everybody getting so bent out of shape? It's a joke. Like, I mean, are they really going to fire these guys over just like what's a joke? Like, everybody gets in trouble for just a joke.
Yeah, it doesn't seem a little extreme.
They're not going to be fired for this, no. But because
Ramon! Lindsey puts milk on his cock and lets kittens lick it off. Ramon! Bring me a station manager who isn't a faggot. Ramon! Kentucky is full of incest survivors. Ramon! Your morning show sucks dick. Ramon! This man should die in a car accident.
Good gosh, can we get a screener that actually does his job? Jesus. All right. Thank you.
Ramon! Dale Schaefer takes it in the ass.
Could you please hang up on this gentleman?
Ramon! I'm running out of shit to say.
Oh God! Oh, There's your hoax, buddy.
I've never laughed so hard at a Ramon bit.
There's your hoax right up your
Jimmy.
dumper, Dale.
God damn, Jimmy.
I'm going to give you a standing O, bro.
Milk on his cock. And let the kitten lick it off. Oh, wow.
Did he hang up?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Finally.
There's your hoax, Dale. There it is. Right up your doomper. By the way, you notice, very funny, obviously, Jimmy, but you notice he said, yeah, they'll probably be off the air for a week.
Yeah, a week.
It's
the vacation
time. Vacation time.
Oh, God.
All right.
Oh.
God, Dale's a douche.
Dale, that's it.
He wanted to believe so bad that he was actually talking to the media about this dumb radio stunt.
Oh, he was all psyched, you know.
I heard you laughing in the background.
I couldn't take it.
Dude, we couldn't.
I couldn't even get on mic to try to, like, patch it up.
You know what's weird when you get into that situation? Like, the guy's in Louisville, and you're taking it to the extreme like that. Ant and I have to get as far away from the mics as possible.
I couldn't
so
look at the mic.
Like, that's going to help us to move away from the mics.
I was looking out the window. I couldn't. I had to go somewhere else. Bring me a general manager that doesn't take it in the ass.
Poor Dale, hoping he was. That was his big moment. He thought he was talking to the media.
Yep. Old Steve from Yellowstone.
Oh,
creep.
God damn, that's Steve from Yellowstone. Damn him.
Becoming the premier bit on this program.
And Ben laughing in the background that time was
Can you hear Ben laughing?
so loud. There was at one point his laugh came through so fucking loud.
Ben really, we make fun of it, but Ben has one of the best laughs
I told
ever.
you, when I was shooting for HBO, I looked out, and there was one point I almost lost my composure because I see stupid Ben laughing and cackling, and I had to not address it or I was going to laugh and lose where I was. It really is a contagious fucking laugh.
The best line, someone is saying, the instant feedback going nuts here. The best line, though, from Sam in Teaneck. Ramon, I'm running out of shit to say. Line of the day.
That poor son of a bitch thought he was talking to the news.
Yeah.
Talking to people that really cared about his little bit.
That's right. He was bring me a chick with a dick.
Wow.
Stupid
Bring me a chick with a dick.
Holy shit, I'm pissing myself. This is gold. Jeff in Jersey.
Yeah, the rave reviews are
Notice no
pouring in,
comments
Jimmy.
from Connecticut or Westchester.
Yes. Pissing myself. My sides are killing me.
And Charles from Philly says it all. And Dale hangs in there. He's hanging in there because he really wants to believe he's talking to someone important in the media.
And like you guys would let me get 8 Ramon lines.
Oh, I know. Like, what are we running here?
Can someone hang up on him?
We can't even hang the phones up. Yeah. Oh, someone hang up on Ramon.
Wow. This is just becoming one of those goofy Friday shows, and I love it. Absolutely.
Very good. Very good, Jimmy.
Oh, wow.
It was funny when you said, "Where you going, Jimmy?" That really made me laugh when you were setting it up.
Of course. You gotta, Where are you going, Jimmy? You want the listeners at home to go, oh, no, here it comes.
That made me laugh.
Here it comes. Kill a kitten, sure. See,
That's
Eric?
a good one. Look how it ties in.
See, it's boring when we point out when Eric is doing a good job, but here you go. Here you go. Eric doing a good job.
Hawk is on fire.
He says, play Kill a Kitten going into break. It's perfect.